welcome to another episode of John Sequitur. I got tagged in a post today about an article that was written on a site called fashionbeans.com. Now, a while back, I actually read this article, and it pissed me right the fuck off. It was shortly after reading one where it told me what people who were in their 30s were not supposed to do. This one is talking about what guys should not do in general. This was written by another guy, R.J. Wilson. Not sure who he writes for, but basically, he's just laying out 16 things that he doesn't think guys should ever do, ever. Now, my problem with this is that this is, like, paid editorial garbage. This particular thing is one of those things where it's like, what bothers me? Well, 2 or 3 of the things on here I'm sure will bother somebody else, and I can make money doing this. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a journalist really badly, and I went to journalism. I got to interview the Vines. I got to do some other stuff with the Vines. Yeah, fun stuff. It was a blast, but you know, college came around, things didn't work out, whatever. And now, looking back, I'm kind of like, good, because I couldn't write shit like this garbage. Let's start with number 1. The first thing that men should not do is humble brag about workouts, which is like basically being like, that was really hard work I did today, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's the pros and cons of humble bragging. The pros are, it gives you a topic of conversation to start from, which is key if you don't want to only talk about the weather. The cons are, I guess, talking about yourself. And we're going to see this come up over and over again, which is ironic because this guy is talking about the things that he does not like. Taking pictures with the beard look, in quotations. You know what we're talking about, right? It's when you take a selfie with one eyebrow raised. For some reason, while not all guys with beards do this, only guys with beards do this. I'm pretty sure that Facebook is basically a cesspool of people taking pictures of themselves. At least that's what it started out as, and now it's become a cesspool of like really terrible opinions being thrown back and forth in monologue style. That's what today's John Sequitur was gonna be about, but when this got thrown my way, I just couldn't resist. Number 3, posting on social media about extremely minor home repairs. By all means, if you replaced your hardwood floors, installed an entire HVAC system, or rigged up your home's lighting system, brag and post a picture. You're allowed to even hashtag. We won't judge because we can't do this stuff. Does this guy have, like, multiple personality disorder? Because this is specifically stuff that he does not like. He doesn't like it if you're like, put in a light bulb today. You've got to start understanding that you cannot control social media. You cannot control the things that go on social media. You can only bypass them. It's not designed for anything. Anything. Not one thing. It started out as a place to pretty much pick up women, and it's now become a political wasteland. Number 4, wearing muscle shirts in public. Why? Because nobody wants to smell the BO that comes out of the pits. I wear muscle shirts. I have no muscles. I do it anyway. People, sun's out, guns out, huh, John? I didn't see the sun out, and I say I don't have any guns out either because, nothing there. But you know what? When it's sunny, it feels a little bit better to have your tan up to here rather than up to here. It looks a little better. It feels a little better. I like having my arms exposed to the sun. And you know what else? I use deodorant. So I don't know what people that you've been hanging around that smell like shit that wear muscle shirts. Maybe number 4 should be, don't smell like shit. Number 5, refusing to let anyone touch your grill. This sounds like a personal thing that happened. And you know what? If you're cooking, you're cooking. It's not about the grill. It's not about being a man. You're cooking. Who the fuck comes over and starts fucking around while you're trying to cook? This guy seems like a real asshole. Number 6, flashing cash. Oh, you've got a roll of 20s. That makes you 100 air. What fucking people does this guy hang around with? Number 7, catcalling. Setting aside the misogyny of catcalling, let's look at it practically. Has it ever worked? Okay, you got me on this one. This doesn't make sense. Like, at what point do you whistle a little woman and does she go, oh, I want it. I want it bad. But what it is used for is to signal to the other men in the construction site, I am not gay. I like women. That woman. Right there. See? So, don't put it in my butt. 8. Bragging about completing minor parental duties. The whole thing of adulting is just stupid to me. It makes no fucking sense. Like, oh my god, you went outside and raked a leaf. No fucking shit, that's what you're supposed to do. Do a dish, for fuck's sake. However, Hollywood has made it incredibly apparent that changing the diaper of a baby is akin to building a nuclear missile. It's not, by the way. I had a kid, I was surprised at how easy it was to wipe a fucking ass. But I can understand why people would be like, ooh, I wiped a fucking ass today. The thing is, the reason that he put this on here is because we're not saying you shouldn't be proud of a job well done. While you were demanding recognition on the internet, your wife just single-handedly prevented a major potty training disaster. Right. So if you're not watching your kid at all times, your wife will be the hero because men cannot handle parenting. Oh, by the way, if you're a man, try taking your kid to the fucking playground and sitting on a bench and letting him play. Watch what happens. Number 9, wearing athletic shoes to work. Now, to me, this is akin to the don't wear a backpack thing. You have arbitrarily chosen something that somebody else can't do because you don't like the fashion. Everyone must wear the same dress shoes at all times, at all jobs. You know, some people don't have fucking amazing ass jobs where they need to dress up all the fucking time. I work for the government. See, these shorts, well, these shorts are government regulated, as in, no one gives a fuck. I wear my fucking Chuck T's to work most of the time, or my combat boots, or my fucking whatever shoes, the ones I wear for hockey. Sometimes I wear my Vans. Nobody cares. Nobody has ever looked at me and said, the way you look is going to affect if we hire you or not. If that's the case, then they might want to take a look at some of the people that they have in charge. Which, I'm not criticizing them. They're actually pretty good about that shit. They don't live in the fucking Stone Age! Number 10. Asking women if they're upset. Upset is one of the code words that does not sound too bad until you consider what you'd ever say to it. What the fuck does this say? Upset is one of those code words that doesn't sound too bad until you consider whether you'd ever say it to another member of the same sex. What? Okay, for example, dude, you just snapped at me. Are you upset? Why would you not say that to somebody? I've said it to lots of people. Men, women, this fucking cat that won't stop meowing. Are you upset? What's bothering you? However, he claims that if that feels a little strange, it's because it is. Upset is a code for, can I diminish your feelings by attributing them to a wild estrogen flare-up? Fuck right off. If I'm asking if you're upset, it's because I'm actually concerned. Because most of the time I don't actually give a fuck if anybody's upset about anything. So if I'm taking the time out of my day to see if you're doing okay, and I use the wrong fucking language, then you can lick my fucking butthole. Number 11. Wearing fedoras. Fuck off. Just because you're not attracted to men in fedoras does not mean the entire world is not allowed to wear them. There you go, Mike. I did that one for you. There's, what, 5 more of these? Fucking A. Performing ironic acoustic covers of a rap song. Really, women should stop doing this too, but we've seen more guys doing this. Most ironic covers end with a guy crooning a Snoop Dogg song over the same 3 chords. It was cute the first time someone tried it back in 1988. At this point, it's not dangerous, funny, or creative in any way. It's just a boyfriend at party, so bad, fuck off! You know what? Some people still listen to music from the 60s. What you like is what you like, and just because other people like it doesn't make them lesser than you. I've seen this 1,000 fucking times. People are just like, if I say something is bad, then the whole world will think it's bad and lame. It doesn't work that way, okay? I can't all of a sudden say to you, don't watch Game of Thrones because you're a fucking lame motherfucker if you watch Game of Thrones. That's not the truth. I can't write an article about it and say that. But that's what this guy is effectively fucking doing. Number 13, drinking protein powder. Are you there when he's drinking protein? Oh, you are. Well, you could always have him just spit it out. Number 14, post photos with cryptic, pseudo-inspirational hash. Got a lot of, personal problems he needs to fucking deal with here. Some guys will post a photo of themselves biking or driving or just sitting on a bench looking menacing, and a quote from Gandhi and a hashtag like never stop the struggle. Again, this is just the same shit. It's just the same shit. What he wants is a very streamlined Facebook, Twitter, whatever the fuck. That's what he wants. And when he's not getting it, he's gonna write a fucking article about don't put this picture up, don't wear that, don't make this face, don't have a beard, don't play this music. Fuck off. You know what? I don't really want to get political, but this is what people mean when they say they hate the fucking left. Number 15, one-upping. Want to kill a conversation? Tell a story that's slightly more impressive than the story you just heard. For extra points, preface your story like, that's nothing. Sounds like this guy has a very, very... Oh, you ever see those commercials where they're like, hey, hold on a date. Oh, you look like your shirt's not clean. That's my whole fucking life. I mean, yeah, I look like a dirty hobo most of my life. Anyway, this guy sounds like he has a really boring life where everybody jumps in all the fucking time and always ruins his very boring conversations about how he went to the fucking store and had to stand in line for half a minute to get a coffee, and normally it takes 10 seconds, and all the fucking inconveniences of life. Fuck off. And number 16, one-upping, then walking it back. In other words, it's the exact same thing he just said, but he needed a list of 16, so he just added on to number 15 by saying, once you say, that's nothing, I had to stand in line for 5 minutes once to get coffee. Wait, maybe it was 4. This is a cardinal sin for some reason. You know what? The art of conversation is being fucking lost among you people. Like, anytime that anybody brings up anything you are not interested in, it becomes a sin for anybody to fucking talk about it. This article is garbage, and this person should be fucking fired! That's all. Thank you.